Jeez. Well, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining me on this journey.
Your sister can help us.
Yep. Thank you, Laura.
Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Duh. So we quit earlier because I was sick of dealing with... already, she just walked into her room and I was done with her. So... Excuse me. I shouldn't have eaten before doing this.
Ethan made this for me.
Ugh, gross.
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me.
Was it?
It once belonged to Lady Olenna.
Cute. I bet Lady Olenna has thousands of those. Yunkish coin.
Asher sent me this coin
Oh.
to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
I agree. Oh, I'm just gonna look at... Oh, my bad. I should hit X. Good.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding.
Uh-uh.
Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Aww. Like, in the greater scheme of things, Mira is not my favorite,
Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider. A
but
gift from Roderick.
as the game goes
I
on,
hope to see them all someday.
you know, I can appreciate her for what she is.
King's Landing.
I'm gonna try to
I
play
wonder
her
if it's
differently
sunny at
too.
Ironrath today.
Would it be that difficult for you to just get on a horse and go home?
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Nah. I'm gonna play it. Last time I relied heavily on Tyrion Lannister's good graces. I'm coming! God.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you.
My name is Jeff.
Back later if you'd like.
Oh, let him in.
No, it's fine.
I've never sent him away. I don't know what that does. But I know who sent him, I think.
Begging your pardon, milady, but are you alright?
Totally.
If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
You sound like Seth Green a little
Worried
bit.
about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
Yep.
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Have I?
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady.
Like, does anyone else hear it? He's a little bit Seth Green.
Work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm
Yup.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before.
Mm-hmm.
You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but
Why are you telling me this?
I heard them arguing about House Forrester and...
House Forrester?
I thought you'd like to know. Forgive me if I was mistaken. I hope you're not in any kind of trouble.
Me too.
Most people don't tend to notice a callboy. Not in King's Landing, with so many lords and ladies about.
Could you spy?
You hear all
for
sorts
me?
of things when people don't even know you're there.
Yep.
Good night, milady.
Night. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Hello.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Whatever you want. Natalie Dormer.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own.
Do you, though?
What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
You're very kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you must not despair. We will get through this together.
Will we, though?
You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford.
I know it does.
Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept.
I know.
She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself.
What does she intend to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well.
Ugh.
She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so
Seriously,
near.
though, what am I
What
supposed
do
to do?
Find a way to appease her.
Alright.
Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Like a child. Alright.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
I'll, say what you want me to say, which is what she wants me to say. Even though, honestly, I probably best be... What?
Fine.
What?
I know you.
What?
You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
I'm bad about feelings. Like, I don't really have many.
Yuck.
So, I'm not real sure what Mira could possibly be feeling just now. But sure, I'll answer how Cersei wants me to answer. Oh, I have to walk, don't
You
I?
can do this.
Can I? Go. Yeah, Mira's not... I totally... You know... I can appreciate the game that she has to play, but she's definitely not Sansa,
Lady Marjorie.
who I
Aren't
adore.
you looking lovely this evening.
Lord Tyrion.
She's certainly not Marjorie.
With
So,
your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
I should stand... Well, no, I've done
Your
that before.
Grace.
The Queen is
Those
pleased.
are courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
Is it really? Also, Lena,
House Forrester is a northern house
another
loyal to the king.
wonderful.
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you.
Um,
I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Yes, Your Grace. To the one true king.
Yep. Sorry, that was wrong.
One true king. Yet she didn't.
Tyrion, you are not helping.
The girl is clever.
I adore you. But
She only meant...
I don't care what she meant. I care what she said.
Nah.
I won't stand for impertinence from a girl of the North.
No, I'm sorry. It was poorly worded.
Explain why the Foresters have
Brah, rah, rah.
been House Stark for centuries. A house of traitors.
They haven't always been traitors.
They were the Wardens of the North. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Shut up! Stop! You're not helping!
Perhaps too clever for her own good.
Anus.
And she would have us believe she didn't know which king she served. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
I'll swear fealty to him, not his son.
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
I'm not doing this on purpose.
Talent for answering questions while in fact saying nothing at all.
That's not my intent. She's not wording it the way that
Old
I...
allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances.
I'm sorry, Marge.
There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose.
Of course.
But I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
See how
Forster
perfectly-
Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening.
Pretty
wouldn't
much.
you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
Biff.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
Although I'd like to see that.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose.
What? Body sit, lean back. What?
Side of the wall. Our dear Margaery here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms.
This is embarrassing for you.
Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
Nah.
I'm sure she regrets it.
Perhaps.
Marge, bitch, you asked me to do
There's
this.
a point to this. I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty
Tyrion's
can be
bored.
such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts?
You know, one of those few things that I actually believe is that Cersei never
And
acted.
assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king,
Differently.
that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your
I mean,
loyalties
she lied a
become
lot, but-
conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would...
girl answer.
I won't be conflicted, but honestly,
I would be true
fine.
to the king.
Fine, I'm sorry, Marge. You asked me
I was
to
beginning
do it.
priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she?
Always.
The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
You don't know.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants.
That's fine.
Which is not very encouraging.
What?
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Marge, I'm
course,
sorry.
Your Grace.
Marge, you can't. She makes that face either way. Fuck you. Like.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Aw.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Margaery was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased.
Good, I sure hope
It
so.
was quite the first impression.
I did it for Lady Margaery.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this matter, not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you.
I'm not gonna risk it this time. I risked it last time, and Marjorie got
Willing
pissed.
to risk that?
No.
Sorry, Lord Tyrion. But it's a risk I cannot afford.
To be quite honest.
I admire your discretion.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight.
Ah.
3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Fair enough. I do love Tyrion. I mean, honestly, who doesn't? But, like, he's such a... At least in the show, he's a breath of fresh air.
Mira, I was worried.
In the books,
How was it? Cersei,
Yeah.
you're looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
I'll keep quiet.
Sorry, I shouldn't.
It's okay. I'm not bothered. I'm just... I don't know what to say.
Lady Marjorie spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons.
It's fine. Wait, how are they...
Jamie, I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Same.
What?
Except,
It's true.
I much prefer Nikolai.
And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper.
Not bothered.
Told he has a paramour.
He is quite handsome.
Doubt is Dornish for wife.
He is quite handsome.
From what I've heard.
That's fine.
Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands.
Maybe.
Although, marrying a king,
I
I
just
can
dropped
only
my pills on
imagine
the
what
floor.
that would be like. Would you
My
marry Joffrey
thyroid
if it
pills.
meant you'd become queen?
No.
He does have a certain look about him. And he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I don't want to be queen no matter who I'd have to marry.
Seriously.
Don't want to be queen? You northerners.
What?
You'd make a perfect scepter. Well,
That's a fair assessment.
imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms.
Depends.
I might even allow you to be my handmaiden.
Ha.
Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister.
Don't joke about that.
What a perfect match!
Brienne of Tarth
And
What are you
deserves everything good in this world. Don't talk to me.
Well,
I'm sorry, my lady.
as am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
Marge just seems to remember everything,
This
huh?
isn't a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira.
Good. I'm sorry I had to do it. You asked me to. Thank you, me too. Oh, that was weird. Do you hear that?
Exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen. Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you. Do you agree?
God, why you always give me the friggin' 3rd degree?
People are not always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
That's...
You learn very quickly.
Jeez.
Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
I revealed it last time, but I ain't doing that shit this time.
My mother wanted me to ask a favor of you. For my family. But as you said, you're in a delicate position now with the wedding.
Sorry, Laura. Gonna have to deal with
And
it
I
on
would
your own.
never want to jeopardize that.
Soon I will be queen. And maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now we must both be cautious.
You're gonna be queen for like 25 minutes.
Of course, my lady. You're right. Better to wait.
I'm sorry, was that a, you know, if you don't know anything about this particular story, don't be watching this. Here we go. My favorite.
7 elves.
Let's play a little game.
God, I love him so much.
Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat? Not my best work, unfortunately.
I forgot that the red means.
I've fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it
Jesus.
easy. What with all that bloody noise?
Bloody
Drowning
noise.
cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets, but the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these foresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh! Listen. There.
Wow, look at that. Look at that. Look at that tree.
I know I heard something.
Stay still, Garrett.
Never mind.
Okay.
We've wasted enough time already.
Where is that? Okay, it's... They're just kinda... You couldn't have broken free of that, dude? While you were still relatively alive. I don't believe that for a second. Everybody look away.
Bloody hell.
So, I guess that's just to let us know that that's exactly the kind of man that Ramsay Snow is. I don't know what else that would be for, to be quite honest.
Lord Ethan,
Ah!
as I was saying,
Hello, gorgeous.
you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership.
Okay. These are valid concerns.
300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
I want to be like that, like my father.
Oh,
Your father was well regarded by nearly everyone. It took years, if not decades, to earn.
years. Years.
These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel.
Also a wife.
Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
I know exactly who I'm gonna choose.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore.
Move. Move it.
Summon the Lord. We need his judgment.
Well,
I've done nothing wrong! I was only trying to survive!
I know, but you know, all for one, one for all.
Lord Ethan. Maester.
Who is this man?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
I like his hair.
This is doomed!
No, you're such a douche.
We all fucking know it!
No, you don't.
Quiet, thief.
Just don't be such
Eric
a tool.
was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Is what Sir Royland said true?
Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks true.
I've a family to feed. And not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
I mean, shit happens, dude.
Mercy.
Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling.
Well,
We'll survive the coming winter.
We are in this together.
You say that, but it won't be you who's starving come winter.
well, if I give you all my food, then sure.
You'll address him as Lord.
It's fine.
Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it
And then
is.
need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
We can send him to the war.
No, that's worse.
He stole from us. Make him pay for what he stole. Give us justice.
I will decide.
So,
Take his fingers. He's a thief.
If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man.
you...
It will be
You're not
justice,
innocent,
my
you
lord.
prick.
Please, my lord. My family depends on me.
Personally, I believe far more in justice. But in this case, if I send him to the wall, like for this game and for Ethan, if I send him to the wall, I gotta work this out. He can't help his family if he's at the wall, and he'll suffer more for it. And we'll have lost an able-bodied man. If I take his fingers, it'll be more difficult for him to work, but he'll still be capable. He can still provide for his family. But if I show mercy... God. Yawn. If I show mercy, will I be seen as weak? Without taking into account what I know, and knowing Ethan, I don't know if it's weakness or if it's, you know, mercy or whatever. Or if it's... Because everybody's going to have their own perspective, regardless. I think if Ethan's going to stay Ethan, he needs to just show mercy. Neither of those guys suggested that, though.
Our house tends to its people. See, this man is paid and his family is fed.
Shut up.
Lord Ethan, you are truly a merciful and noble lord.
My lord, this man is a criminal.
I agree.
A brazen thief.
He still serves House Forrester and deserves our protection.
He does. That's...
He's a rat in our grain stores.
Yeah. But maybe he'll remember this.
We must speak about our gold reserves. Soon.
My lord, I thank you for the mercy you've shown me. I will never forget my debt to you and to this house.
Be sure that you don't. Seriously.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must mete out punishment when it's due.
Why can't I make you...
Not just yourself, of course.
Maester, what do you think?
Me?
Yes.
I trust you more than
That's
anyone
right.
else. Goddamn.
Disloyalty shouldn't be rewarded if others will take advantage of your mercy.
They will,
You
but...
heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side.
See, I personally would have taken his fingers, but I don't think
The
Ethan would.
circumstance. Possessing wisdom?
And I'm sure you think you'd be the person...
I think he would be.
Oh, gods no. I can't get involved. I am a maester. At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve as such. There are two capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you.
Alright, what do you think, motherfucker?
The bracer of the Sentinel. The badge of office.
So cool.
Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen Sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your Sentinel will wear this for all to see.
Thank you for your counsel, Maester.
It is my duty.
Yes, it is, so why
Come
can't I make
speak
you
with
my...
me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
You're so perfect. And gorgeous. And if I were female in this game, I would find a way of making you forsake your maester vows. But whatever. Although technically, I don't actually know if they can't have a significant other. I might as well go check everything out. I haven't done all this in a while.
Our provisions are rather low, my lord.
It's okay.
I made the count again, just to be sure.
Eric said people were going to starve. Why can't we feed them?
The war has taken its toll. Even our own stores for the house are dwindling. We couldn't withstand a siege, my lord. If the Boltons or the White Hills cut us off and wait us out, we'd only last a fortnight. But there are steps we can take. In the past, we've demanded food from the small folk to replenish our stores. We can do it again, if you'd like. We've done it before in desperate times. The last long winter, my family had to give all our pigs to the house.
No, there must be something else we can do.
Well, I hope we find it soon. We won't have much room to maneuver if we don't have the option of holding fast. I can speak to the huntsmen and trappers. Perhaps they can do...
There you go. Get creative,
My
man.
lord.
Get super creative. Can't talk to Talia. Malcolm.
Ethan. Or should I say Lord?
Wait, why can't you? Oh, because you're
I saw what you did today.
my
It's not an easy thing to
matriarchal
do.
uncle.
Showing mercy to a man who admits his guilt.
Right?
But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall.
Where the fuck do you think you're going?
But where are you going?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with him, to help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree.
I
told her my place is here,
don't.
but I'll be of no help to you in Essos. But she insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this.
appreciate
Try to
it.
be kind to her. She's been living a nightmare made real. But you know that just as well.
She's my mother. Of course I'll be gentle.
I know you will. You're good-hearted, my lord. That is your true strength.
But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job. He'd be a fine choice.
Why Sir Royland?
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house.
But do we have enough
Duncan
men?
would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate. Not with the likes of Ramsay Snow.
Thank you, Uncle.
Well,
Ethan, I need to talk to you.
ah! Bye, Felicia. Speaking of which, my cat is being adorable, and I love him.
I saw what you did to that man.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the war without my knowledge.
Do they know?
No. And that wasn't your fault.
Well, I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but
I'm bad at it.
Ethan, please.
What do you suggest I do?
You must be strong, decisive. You are the lord of this house.
That's a strong and decisive
Just as
decision.
capable as
Just
Asher or
decisive.
Roderick ever were. I know it.
I agree. I absolutely
You did too.
Fuck. I absolutely think that that's true.
You've always given me good advice.
Yes, she has.
Thank you.
Good. She is precious. I like her kind of story arc. The changes that she goes through are pretty
Sword up!
nice. They're good.
Parry! Wrong! I didn't know
Sir
dogs
Royland,
could hold
A
swords.
word?
Of course, my lord.
I have many decisions to make, and I wanted your advice. What's the state of our defences? Are these men ready for what's coming?
This lot, ready? No, but they will be. We post anyone who can hold a spear along the parapet, up where they won't get much scrutiny, and put our meanest, nastiest looking brutes front and centre. That'll show Ramsay we're a force in our
Why do you assume that he's coming
You've
to
got
just
to project power, especially
Mer-
when you're weakened.
Thank you, Sir Royland. I'll let you get back to training these men.
Thank you, my lord. And I'll be sure to watch out for more deserters. After today, I suspect there'll be more to come.
That's fine, but such a mess. Alright.
Slash and parry! Slash and parry!
I
Again!
can either go talk to Maester Gorgeous, or I can look at this. And do nothing about it. Isn't... I thought their father's sword was over here somewhere, but whatever.
Careful. Keep at it and you won't have much left. Something to pick your teeth with.
No, Ethan. Look at this. All good swords have a name. I call mine Two Brothers. I carved this to give me strength. And this, so I remember.
Oh.
I mean, I could never forget. But, oh, you know, don't you?
You honour Roderick with this. He was a strong one.
Aw.
He was.
I just want Ryan to grow up and have good things.
Someday,
But
I'll have a real one.
overall, I
That one.
just...
Only a lord could have that sword.
You'll have a good sword. I'm sure of it.
I want him to grow up,
today.
period.
I saw what you did to that man.
Okay.
Was he our enemy?
No.
A bad man? Everyone keeps talking about them.
No, he's not our enemy. But he did a bad thing.
Then I wish you'd hurt him.
No.
People who do bad things need to be punished.
Yes.
Someone
But
did something bad to Father and Roderick. Someone should hurt them even worse.
I don't disagree.
Real sword. No one's afraid of wood. I'll find the men who took Roderick someday, and I'll make sure I have a real sword when I do.
I don't disagree. Especially in this world, but... it's tough. It's tough.
Maester?
I don't think I got enough oxygen when I
Are
slept
you prepared
last
to
night.
name your sentinel?
What's
is
your...
he doing over
Ugh.
Admiring the ironwood, my lord. I studied it at the Citadel.
Of course you
It
did.
may be black, but I see gold. An entire forest of gold.
What do you mean?
It is our greatest asset, my lord. Why not give some of our ironwood to House Bolton and have them leave us be? We could ransom ourselves. You can hardly put a price on your own life.
A sensible plan, Maester. It may come to that.
I'm glad to hear your mind is open to possibility.
Yes. Alright, I'm ready.
My lord, are you now ready to name your sentinel?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
A
Yes.
small council at once.
Maester Gorgeous needs to stand up straight so that he doesn't have troubles later on in life.